Hello everyone, welcome to BrickVault. Today we're taking a closer look at the Batmobile from the Batman movie. This is a little strange talking about a vehicle that has not yet been christened on the big screens yet as of the making of this video, but this Batmobile has been teased extensively enough to grab the attention of DC fans regardless, and this custom model was designed by the builder Lucas, who has possibly the most thorough collection of custom-built Lego Batmobiles ever. And just like the rest of these amazing models, if you did want to build the Batman Batmobile, the instructions can be found at our web store www.brickvault.toys, linked in the description below. With each purchase comes the PDF step-by-step guide for building and an instantly uploadable part list for fast ordering on websites like Bricklink. It's our policy to physically test models, avoid rare parts, and create instructions that can be easily followed. If you buy from us, you will be able to build the model in real life, which is not always the case in the custom building world. Getting instructions is a great way to help support the channel and the amazing designers we work with like Lucas. All right, now let's jump right in. The Batmobile here measures to 5.5 inches long, 14 centimeters, nearly 3 inches wide, 7 centimeters, and 1.5 inches high, almost 4 centimeters. That puts it slightly over fig scale and pretty much exactly in line with your contemporary Speed Champion sets. It looks great next to a Batman minifigure, which is half the battle, and with that slightly extra upscale to the design, Lucas took advantage of those extra studs and produced some amazing details. 10 times out of 10, I start by looking at the front of a model, but not today. This 70s era muscle car inspired build has a back end that cannot be ignored at all. A rear-mounted engine is already an uncommon configuration for a car like this, but the engine build itself is something truly unique. Rapid fire, we see pistol pieces, droid arms, a lightsaber hilt, skates, a few other flat silver nubs for detailing here and there, and some muskety or old-timey pistols just behind the cab. I think that is detailing for the exhaust, which is interesting. When I took a closer look at the teaser photos of the Batmobile, only then I realized Lucas was paying very close attention to the model and mimicked a lot of specific details. I also really dig that when you look at the model from the top down, there is no floor here. The engine is simply mounted into the back with nothing extra required. Also, those crowbars are an excellent illustration to help show some more supporting bars for the back end. And now let's switch over to the front. Though not as immediately pronounced as the back, there may be even more unique and complex connections happening around the hood. The 3 staggered 1x3 inverted plates are connected cleverly on the inside, and on their ends are some trans plates connected to them, which help give off a very faint color glow between the thin dark gray lift arms if you're looking for it. This is a detail that forced me also to look closer at the original Batmobile, and sure enough, Lucas was capturing some light inlays on the original. The dark gray lift arms can be seen again at the bottom, with the headlights sunk deeply behind the bumper, and though this area of the model may look straightforward enough, it is anything but that, and the designer here is playing with some really fun connections to help make this Batmobile that much more accurate in Lego bricks. There's a lot of other really interesting details that I will just let you guys discover on your own. Now let's jump on over to the handling. Might as well start off with how to show you guys how Batman fits on the inside. The process is pretty easy, but not as straightforward as Lego sets would be. The top opens up in roughly 4 pieces. The tiles on either side come up with a couple pieces attached already. The middle one pops out cleanly, and the windscreen comes up after that. Attached there, some control console detailings. And now it's time to get Batman into position. You lean him back about halfway. I like to bring his arms all the way up at first so it doesn't bump into any control console when the windscreen's coming back on. You get him nice, snug, pushed down in place, leaning all the way back, and then the windscreen pops on without any problems. I then like to use a tile piece, one of the roof pieces, and push his hands a little bit further down. They're still pretty high up in there. Then it's a pretty simple matter of reattaching the different tile pieces. Make sure his cape actually fits on the inside. And there you go. You've got Batman sitting snugly on the inside of his Batmobile. You can still see his hands are pretty high up there, but that just happens to be the way this particular minifigure fits inside. His cape is still sort of sticking up on one side. Usually he can sit on it. Anyways, the Batmobile itself rolls around no problem. It is a very casual and easy model to handle. I have broken the back wheel assembly off once. It's not on this particular scene here, and it came back together in kind of a funny way, but I think you can see here it's a pretty rock solid build and I've got no complaints. All right, and with all of that, I feel like I've said everything I want to say about this little Batmobile build. Personally, I think the designer Lucas is just getting better and better with his designs, and this certainly will be an excellent model to add to the ever-growing Batmobile collection. Remember, if you did want to follow in the footsteps and try to build this one for yourself, you can get the instructions at our web store, www.brickvault.toys. Thank you so much for watching and sticking around to the end. If you like our content, you can always subscribe, comment, share the video, do whatever it is that you want to do. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time at BrickVault.